Hello, it's April and welcome to Snapdragon Hollow. Today I have some fun miniature toys to open up. These are from the world's smallest toys line. I've been collecting these for a few years now and I really love finding new ones to open up and add to my collection. My grandkids spotted these the other day and they were really eager for me to get these opened up so that they can check them out as well. So I thought that I would go ahead and open these all up today and share with you some of the world's smallest toys that I'll be adding to my miniature collection. I've got 6 of the larger ones here as well as 3 blind boxes to open up. Let's go ahead and kick this video off with one of the blind boxes here. These are, again, the world's smallest toys here. Micro figures and comics is what this set is. So we will be looking for some micro figures like this little Ninja Turtle figure. Looks like we've got some G.I. Joes, Masters of the Universe, Transformers, and Ninja Turtles. And it looks like they come with a comic and a mini magnifier. So that is really exciting. Let's go ahead now and check out what our first toy is today. So let's see, we've got a fun little checklist here, and I'll just briefly show this checklist. It's really huge. There are so many to collect. These are most of the micro figures, it looks like. Lots of new ones that I didn't know they had. I'll have to really carefully look over this checklist here and see what ones I would love to hunt down and add to my collection. Oh, that Star Trek, the Star Trek figures there, that's definitely on my list. The Care Bears are so cute. I have a lot of these little toys here, including this big wheel to open up today. Some of the monsters would be fun to open up for Halloween, I think. Looks like we have some more of the Star Trek figures. I didn't know they had those. That's very exciting. Some Rainbow Bright there, Viewmasters. Let's see, lots of different Viewmasters there. Some Barbie. Oh, I didn't know that they had Settlers of Catan. I definitely would like to add that to my list as well. So many fun miniature toys. I absolutely love this toy line. They bring back such nostalgic memories here. Most of these are toys that I played with or my kids played with when they were little, so they have a really strong nostalgic collection for me and I really enjoy opening these up. And there's even a whole other backside here, more games. You can see I've been trying to collect as many of the games as possible. That's what I've been working on lately. We've got some of the mini electronic games. I've got a couple of those. And you'll notice some of these I've opened up in previous videos. I will try to remember to link my previous videos where I opened up other world's smallest toys. I will try to link the video to that in the description box below. Looks like we've got some little Mr. Potato Head figures there as well. And just some other fun figures. So let's see our first one today. We have our figure and our comic here. And it looks like we have got a Transformer Megatron. That's a great one to start off with there. This is really cool. You can open up this little latch here to be able to take the figure out if you'd like to see the figure out of its little box. Here is our magnifying glass. That's really neat that it comes with a magnifying glass. Perfect for looking at our miniature Transformers comic. Wow, that is so cute. This is definitely a fun way to collect miniatures, and this miniature comic book would be really fun to put in a modern dollhouse scene. So very fun one to start off with there. Okay, now let's go ahead and check out some of the ones in these bigger packages here. Again, like I said, I've been trying to collect a lot of the games, and the game of Hungry Hungry Hippos was a favorite of mine growing up. I have the full-size version here, as well as a travel-size version that is quite a bit bigger than this, and so I thought that it would be really fun to have the world's smallest Hungry Hungry Hippos. Let me go ahead and open this up and get it out of the package, and we'll see how well it works. Okay, here it is out of the package. It comes with another checklist. I believe they all come with checklists. And here is the little game. So just like with the others, you can release this little trigger here to release the balls back into the game. I believe you flick them up like this. And then all the balls are released and you can eat the balls up. The hungry hippos can eat the balls and see who caught the most balls. So let's see, we'll go ahead and see who caught the most here. Looks like green caught the most, I believe. Yeah. So green is the winner, and then you can just release them back into the middle and start again. I think that it is fascinating that this little teeny tiny Hungry Hungry Hippos games works just like my larger travel version. Of course, the full-size version has 4 hippos, but the travel versions always have 2. And this is just adorable. I know that my grandkids are going to get a huge kick out of this. I think it would be really fun to collect a bunch of these little games in a separate little container to bring with us when we go on a family vacation. That way we have a lot of different little games that we can play with while we're on vacation. So very fun. That's a great one to start off with and perfect for my miniature games collection. Next, we'll go ahead and take a look at the world's smallest game of Simon. Here's a little Simon game. It's a pretty thick little game here, but really cute. I will be very curious. It says, of course, that it actually works, so we will see, and we'll see how far I can get on this Simon game. And here is our world's smallest Simon game. Let's go ahead and take the little battery tab out and see if we can start this. Okay, let's see if it gives us one. Looks like green. Oh, let's see if I can remember this. And I'll go ahead and lose now. Let's see if we can see what this sounds like when we lose. There we go. That was really, really fun. So let's see how we turn this off. Looks like perhaps you can just press this button. I'm not sure how we turn this off. I'll have to read the instructions. Okay, I can't really see instructions on how to turn it off, but it looks like it just resets itself and turns itself off after you don't play it for a time. So this is really fun. Again, a perfect working travel size game of Simon. I think that this would be so great to tuck into a bag if you need an easy portable activity, and also, again, really cute to put in a miniature toy room. Okay, let's go ahead now and open up another one of our little micro mini figures and comics blind box here. See if we get a new figure here. And we get another Transformer, but it is a different one. It is Starscream this time. So we've got Megatron and Starscream. That's nice that we got 2 different ones, as well as a new comic. So 2 Transformer comics. That is really fun. I do hope in the next one I get a different figure than Transformers, but I do really appreciate the Transformers figures. I think that these are so nostalgic and very fun, and it's nice to get a well-known character like Starscream and Megatron. Okay, and let's see, back up to our games here. Let's go ahead and check out this one over here. Woolly Willy, the world's smallest Woolly Willy. We always got these when we were kids. It would often be a gift that we would get in an Easter basket or perhaps under the Christmas tree. My mom would also make sure to have a lot of different activities for us for rainy days. There are a lot of rainy days here in Oregon, and she was smart to have a lot of fun activities that we could do as kids when the weather was really rainy. Woolly Willy was definitely one of those things that you could sit and play with as a kid when you were bored. It was really fun to try making all these classic Woolly Willy designs. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. It looks like it's gonna work just fine. Okay, so here is our Woolly Willy, and this is so cute. I love that it's plastic. Of course, the ones we had were always cardboard. This will hold up really nicely. I have a feeling it's gonna hold up for a really long time. You can open the little latch back here, the little flap, and take out your little magnetic wand. Let's see if I can get this out. I'm gonna use the tip of my scissors here to kind of pop this out. Okay, here we go. It looks just like the original one here, the little magnet. Oh, and it looks like the magnet is actually enclosed in plastic. That must be a new safety feature, which is really nice. Let's see if it's actually in there and magnetic. Yes, it is. Okay, there we go. You can kind of drag it there. Yeah, here we go. Let's put some hair on top of Willy. Give him a crazy little hairdo there. Let's give him a little bit more hair here. It's a really strong magnet, so of course you really have to work with that, but there you can see it does indeed work. And you can try again with a new design. Of course you have to be laying it down flat like so, but you can see that the wand picks up the little magnetic pieces here, and you can make your little Willy. I think another very fun one. Also, great little travel-sized Willy there. I love this. Perfect for both my miniature collection, and actually I think these will just be really fun to play with. Okay, so there's that one. And let's go ahead and get into this game here, Mousetrap. Mousetrap was a game that was around when I was a kid, but we never did have Mousetrap. But when my kids were little, I definitely made sure to buy it. I remember them setting up Mousetrap and playing this together when they were kids, and it seems like they had a lot of fun with it. It always looked really, really fun in the commercial. When I was a kid, I very vividly remember watching the commercial for the Mousetrap game, and it is of course why I bought my children this classic game too. So let's go ahead and check out this World's Smallest Mousetrap game. Okay, so here is the little World's Smallest Mousetrap game out of the package here, and unlike some of the other games that folded in half, this game is a nice little square box here, which makes it really easy to store everything here. You can see you open it up here and look at all the teeny tiny Mousetrap pieces as well as the Mousetrap board here. And of course, it looks very playable. There's all sorts of little pieces here that look just like the original game. It comes with a set of instructions here, which you can see. Look at all the little parts, and you can actually set this game up and play it just like so. I'm not going to go ahead and set this one up today, but you can see what it looks like and how adorable all the teeny little pieces are here and what the board looks like. That is wonderful, and it definitely looks like a fun and playable version of Mousetrap. I imagine you'll need a lot of patience for this teeny tiny Mousetrap game, but I think it is so intriguing that it is a real working little miniature Mousetrap game. And I love that everything fits neatly into this little container here. What a fun little miniature there. I'll have to be sure and save the instructions. I imagine they fit inside that as well. And we have 3 more items here, 1 more blind box and 2 more World's Smallest Toys here. This is a World's Smallest Trivial Pursuit game. This is the classic edition. We played this game so much growing up. I'll be really curious if this will be an easy and playable version of Trivial Pursuit. So here is our Trivial Pursuit game. Now this is the first World's Smallest game that has come in a cardboard box rather than the harder plastic. I had already started opening this game, but I had forgot to restart the camera here, so I'm opening this up for you again. Some of the cards are already out, but here is the game. You can see it comes with a bunch of little tiny trivia cards here. All of the pieces, as well as the little piece that you move around the board, and then the different pie pieces that you have to fill in to win the game. It also comes with a little magnifying glass here to be able to read all of the trivia cards. There are 4 stacks of cards. There is a little teeny tiny dice here, a die, and we have our game board. The game board is a little bit floppy here. I don't love that. It looks like it's going to be kind of hard to use, but I suppose if you straighten it out as best as possible, you could use this board pretty well, I suppose, if you can get it to stay down flat. But that's the board there. Let's go ahead and check out some of the questions here. We'll look at this one card. And I'm going to go ahead and try out the little magnifying glass here for it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so here are the questions on one side, and each of the colors represent a different category. Let's go ahead and look at the pink question here. And it says, who was the first woman to win the Oscar for Best Director? I actually don't know that. So let's go ahead and see. I wouldn't have gotten that piece of the pie. It is Catherine Bigelow, and she won that for The Hurt Locker. So again, there are a bunch of other questions and answers. You just go through and it looks like it plays just like the original Trivial Pursuit, which was a very, very challenging game. A lot of the questions are really difficult. In high school, we played this a bunch with the whole family, me and my sister, as well as my mom and stepdad and my grandma who lived with us at the time. And they did not make it easy on us. Our parents and grandparents were really smart and they knew a lot of these questions. Me and my sister did, however, stand a chance. So since we were in school and we were really pretty good students, there were a lot of the history questions at the time that we could answer and a few other things that we just ended up knowing. I don't know how often we actually won, but it was really good practice for us. Our family also watched Jeopardy together nearly every single night. So we were big trivia fans back in the day. So this is a really nostalgic and fun game for me. I would be very curious how many of these questions I could answer now. I don't know how well I would do at it, but it would sure be fun to try. So a fun little miniature game of Trivial Pursuit. I would be curious to know if any of you played Trivial Pursuit when you were a kid, or if you liked Hungry Hungry Hippos or Simon or Mousetrap or any of those kind of fun games. We played a lot of games growing up. It's something that we just always did as a family, and it's something I did with my kids when they were little. We still love to play games. It's not as often as it used to be, but hopefully as the grandkids get bigger, we'll have a new generation to play all of these fun board games with. I would also love to know in the comments below what game you would love to see in miniature like this. I'll have to think about that myself here. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the last world's smallest micro figure blind box here. Let's hope we get a different figure this time. It feels different. It feels a little bit bigger. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and use my scissors. Oh, we did get a different category here. We got a Masters of the Universe figure. And it looks like we got the Battle Cat here, Masters of the Universe Battle Cat. That is so fun. I did like Masters of the Universe when I was a kid. I had some younger cousins who would watch it, and I liked keeping up on the cartoon myself so that we could talk about it from time to time. It was a really fun cartoon. I also really enjoyed She-Ra. So He-Man, you can collect He-Man, Teela, Skeletor, and Battle Cat, and we got the big Battle Cat figure here. So that's extra fun. This is a really good size little miniature figure here. And then, of course, we have our little magnifying glass and a Masters of the Universe comic book here. This is called Snake Attack. That will be a really fun one to read. My son also had Masters of the Universe figures when he was a kid, when they brought them back out. And of course, they're bringing them out again. And it seems like it's a classic that's here to stay. So very fun little miniature there. I'm glad we got a different one. I really love all the little figures that we got today. And now for my last world's smallest toy. This is just a fun, nostalgic one for me. It is not a game, but I definitely wanted this. One of the reasons I collect World's Smallest Toys is because I love to collect toys. I have a big toy collection, but not a lot of space. And of course, collecting something big like a real big wheel would be a little bit too difficult. But the big wheel was one of my all-time favorite toys as a kid. I got so much use out of my big wheel as a kid. My sister and I both drove around on our big wheels constantly all during the summer whenever we had a chance. We just absolutely loved these things. So when I saw that they had a World's Smallest Big Wheel, I knew this one had to be in my collection. I'll go ahead now and open up the World's Smallest Big Wheel so we can get a close-up look. And here is the big wheel. Oh, I just love this. This is such good memories. Man, we would really get these things going. You could pull the brake here and spin it around if you wanted. The seat was adjustable. Very, very fun toy to have as a kid. We just loved them. It was definitely a fun thing. It is definitely a fun miniature toy to have here. So nostalgic. Such good memories. just brings back all the fun memories of riding around on my big wheel. You'll have to let me know if you had a big wheel when you were a kid. I was, of course, a kid during the 70s and 80s, and most of us had big wheels back then. So here is the big wheel, and this is a really fun one to end on. And it looks like you can even adjust the seat here, and it's got this little spot here in the back that you can open up and store things in. So really, really fun little miniature there. I'm going to go ahead and set everything up for one last look, and I'll be right back. So here are all the world's smallest toys that I added to my collection today. The Mousetrap game, the Trivial Pursuit, the Masters of the Universe Battle Cat, a couple of Transformers figures, as well as some comics here, the Hungry Hungry Hippos game, the Woolly Willy and the Simon game, and lastly, the fun big wheel toy here. So lots of wonderful little miniature toys here. Absolutely love collecting these world's smallest toys. I think today my favorite is going to be the big wheel here, just because it brings back such fond nostalgic memories. I would love to hear in the comments below which one of these world's smallest toys is your favorite, and I hope everyone is having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.